about your running game? It didn't seem to be as consistent as you would have liked last season, obviously. Put a lot of pressure on your two quarterbacks. Obviously, you'd like to see more consistency in the backfield.
I thought our running game last year at midseason was probably the best we've had since '04. We rushed for 441 yards against Tech, and then rushed for 441 yards the next week against Kansas. And one of the local reporters asked me what we were going to do with all these running backs, and then Malcolm Brown didn't play the next week, Joe Bergeron didn't play the next week, and Fozzie Whitaker ruined his knee. So we got down to no running backs, and we didn't run the ball as well as at the end of the year as we did leading into that point. So we've got Jeremy Hills, we've got Joe Bergeron, we've got Malcolm Brown, who are all healthy and going into their second year, the young ones. We've got the addition of Jonathan Gray, so we really feel like that our running game is not our issue. We've got to throw the ball better. And by throwing the ball better, it'll help our running game and try to get some people to back up.
Coach, a lot of people coming back with experience in secondary, especially in your defense. Do you think this is one of the best defenses outside the SEC?
I think that we feel like that we have the ability to be really good on defense. We've been good the last couple of years on defense. The thing we lost a lot of experience with Keyston Randall at tackle and Emmanuel Acho and Keenan Robinson at linebacker and Blake Gideon at safety. So what we've got to do, we're very talented. I think we're probably as talented or more talented this year than we were last year, but we've got to make sure that our leadership kicks in and our offense should be better and should be able to help our defense more this year. I'm hoping that our quarterback play will be much better than it was last year. They're in the same system for 2 years. We know our system better. This time last year we were pieces of Georgia, pieces of Boise, and pieces of Kansas as we were trying to put it all together with the Texas offense. Now we know who we are. Our coaches know more about our players. We know more about our coaches. And David Ash is not a true freshman without any snaps. Case McCoy is not a sophomore coming in with 9 snaps. They both won significant games. Case won at A&M in a tough environment. David won out at the Holiday Bowl against Cal. They're both bringing great confidence, but more awareness of the offense, more knowledge of Brian Harsin, and I think they're in a much better spot right now than we were this time last year, where I was sitting here talking about 4 quarterbacks, only 1 with any experience.
Coach Brown, I have a question. How would you rate the cornerback?
I think Quandre Diggs is great. He's played really well, and that's Carrington Battle. He's the other corner. Our corners played so well last year, it really, really helped us when you start looking at a young defense, because we didn't know Carrington had not played a lot, Quandre hadn't played any, and we put a tremendous amount of pressure on those guys, and they stepped up to the plate, covered guys really well, batted down balls, intercepted some passes, and really helped us be one of the better defenses against the pass in the country. We had very few seniors last year. We kind of started over with new coaches, and we're getting our talent level back where it should be. We're in a position where we'll probably only have 4 seniors starting this year, and they better grab and hold on next year. We'll have to get better again. It really has, but I think the addition of TCU really helped us, because there's history there. We've played TCU since I've been in Texas. TCU was a great player in the Southwest Conference for many, many years. We're familiar with Gary, so I thought the fact that Dana Holgerson had coached in our league and Gary Patterson has been in the state and everybody knows him, it was an easy transition for those 2 coaches to come back in with the other coaches in our league. So I really haven't heard much talk about the A&M game from our players or our fans. 2 more questions?
You've gone, I guess, a couple of years without beating either of the Oklahoma schools. Talk about getting back on track and how those teams have built up, and you're trying to, that's kind of a measuring stick, I guess you could say, for you guys.
They've been good for the last couple of years, and we haven't been as good. There's been other people that have beaten us the last couple of years, too. So I really think it's not about the people we're playing, it's about us. And it's time for us to pick it up and get better again, and I think we're about to do that.
Last question.
Well, I did good.
Hey, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you, folks.